Okay, so it's August 31st, 2019, and here in my hand is a cocoa pod. I'm not sure if there are several different varieties. I'm assuming there are. I actually grew up eating these when I was a kid. Had no idea that this is what produced chocolate, that this is what chocolate was made of. I just really enjoyed eating the seeds that are inside. So we'll go ahead and get this opened, and I'll show you what the inside looks like. All right, so when I was a kid, we used to open these pods just by bashing them up against the tree itself, or a nearby coconut tree, or a rock that was nearby. Anything that can you can just bash it up against and it'll kind of crack open. You can just kind of wrench it open after that. This minimizes the safety risk of cutting yourself when you're using a knife, or just wasting the seeds by cutting them in half. I do understand that there are lots of cacao seeds in here, but why destroy any of them when you can keep them all intact? So I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate for you that method, and I'm just gonna kind of bash it right up here, and there you have it. The cacao pod is now open. As you can see, it just busted open right there. No need for a knife, no need to worry about getting hurt, cutting yourself, and there are the cacao seeds, perfectly intact. All right, so I've just got done eating the cacao seeds. When you do eat them, you don't really eat the seed, you don't chew on the seed. As you will find, the inside of the seed is quite bitter. I was thinking about opening one of the seeds up so you all can see what the inside of the seed actually looks like. But there you go. There you go. We got it open. So here we are, the inside of the cacao bean, and all that purple stuff there is quite bitter. All right, it's August 3rd, 2019, and we're back here at the cacao bean. I'm going to refer to it as the cocoa, just because that's what I've always referred to it since I was a child. So you can see the cocoa beans here. Some of them are pretty dry. That fleshy stuff on the outside, which is what's actually edible, has kind of cleared off on lots of them here. You can see this one. But I've come to find, I looked down at the seeds today. I just had them set under one of my other plants, and I looked at them, and some of them are actually starting to germinate. So here's one here. As you can see, there's a little head popping out of the seed there. And I really want to get planted. I really want them planted before it comes out any further, so we can get some success with germination. I'm just gonna put them in some sphagnum peat moss. It's pretty good stuff for planting the seeds in, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This will be a first for me. Usually I plant them in the MIRACLE-GRO potting mix, but I'd like to do it with a neutral soil. So we'll go ahead and get these guys potted up, and I'm gonna actually put them in these little 4-inch pots here. I would prefer to plant them in pots like this, because they're deeper, and the roots get a chance to kind of reach down as far as they want, just like all seeds pretty much do. So in the future here, this is what I'm going to be germinating in, and is these tall pots. So we'll go ahead and get these guys planted, and we'll start back up. All right, so I've got a pretty good amount potted here already, but we've run out of pots, so I'm definitely gonna have to go get some pots here later and finish this up maybe tomorrow or later on tonight. That's 23 seedlings, 23 seeds that we've potted so far, and we still have about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We still have 14 seeds left. We'll just come back when we got signs of germination, so that'll probably be maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe in about a month, who knows. But we'll come back when we got some significant germination going on, and check out the plants then. All right, guys, so it is September 16th, 2019, and it has been just under 2 weeks. We've got a lot of germination going on here. So I'm sorry, let me just pick one of these up. So here you can see this is what the cacao seed looks like when it has germinated. It's rained quite profusely the past couple of days. I'd like to say the past 2 or 3 days. So these little containers have gotten a lot of watering. I just left them out here under a tree, and this pot is pretty soaked. I can feel it. But other than that, I've been watering them maybe every day or two to keep the soil moist. So I'm trying to get a closer look at this little cacao. I'm trying to steady it here for you guys. They've pretty much all germinated, set aside for maybe about 4 of them, but I have no doubts that they'll be germinating here soon as well. So we've almost got 100% success rate in germination. We'll see here in a few days if we do have 100%. We'll give these guys a couple of days to finish popping up. As you can see here, we've still got some of them who aren't quite up yet. All right, so it's October 12th, 2019, and it has been about, I think, a little over 3 weeks, maybe 3.5 weeks since the last clip, and that's when the cacaos have first popped up out of the soil. As you can see here, we've got a great success rate at propagating the cacao plant. And let me just grab one of them here. So we've got the first set of true leaves already out. That was a while ago, actually, maybe about a week or a week and a half ago. And we've got the second set of true leaves actually coming out from the front runners of the cacao plants. Some of them are still on the way up. I've got one little guy who's still working his way up, but I went on ahead and counted how many seeds we actually got to germinate here, and we've got 21 seeds out of 23 that have germinated. So we've only got 2 seeds that didn't quite make it up. We'll get a closer look. This looks like the purple chocolate that I was showing you inside of the bean when I had cracked it open for you guys to see it. That's it for the cacao grow. We'll come back here within a couple of months before I go ahead and transplant them into the ground, because all it's going to take is maybe a few more months. All right, so it is November 18th, 2019. And I think it's about time to take some of these cacao plants over to the farm and put them into the ground. They're getting quite big, and I really want to get them to the ground before they go ahead and establish themselves, so that they can their root systems can kind of spread out into the soil over at the farm and support the plant a lot better. All right, so we've got our cacao plants into the ground. So we'll come back here maybe in about 6 months, maybe 3 months. It depends on how well the plants look. I don't really want to just show you something that looks basically the same as it looks now. So we'll come back when we've got some significant growth. It is July 27th, 2020. So it's been quite some time since the cacao plants have been planted out here. This guy here is not too big, but as you can see there, he started branching off. As you can see here, there's another cacao plant, which is actually maybe 3 or 4 times the size of that one there. Something's been eating away at the leaves, but I'm not too worried about it. You can see the cacao has started branching up here. Pretty cool, actually. As you can see the top of the plant, it looks like there isn't a straight branch that goes, it doesn't continue to climb upwards. It actually branches out at the top. As you can see here, he's a lot bigger than the ones at home. He's actually standing maybe about 3 feet tall now. So I definitely might need to bring the rest of the cacao plants out here and just go ahead and put them into the ground, because like I always say, the earth will always do it a whole lot better than I can do. So there we have it. That concludes our video on the cacao plant, from germination all the way up to transplantation out here at the farm. I hope you guys got some valuable information off of this video. If you did, stick around, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and you'll get that notification in the future when we actually do come back to the cacao plant, maybe in a couple of months or in a couple of years. As I always say, thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking around and following along on this little journey to see the cacao plant from baby all the way out here at the farm. I'll catch you guys on the next update.